world, and welcome to the episode of the BESquad Backstage. Yes.
I know kids, you gonna have your side to say on this.
What? I got a book to say about this. And we are the BESquad. That's right. Great show for you today, so stay tuned.
This is Keisha Williams with the Bee's Nest. Be enriched, be educated, and be excellent.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Keith Vance with some of that real spiel.
It's a crazy time right now, but we just want to bring some light to your day, all right? So we have a great show for you today, all right? I felt bad. Me and the other boy, we both 6'5" characters in there. Say BESquad.
BESquad.
Say it loud.
BESquad.
Hi, so welcome back. So this is our next episode of BESquad Backstage. I am one of your hosts, Keisha Williams, and we have these gentlemen,
Keith Vance,
DJ Mifflin,
and we are the
BESquad.
So for today's episode, we are talking food, which we have a tendency to do. But this time we had the opportunity, instead of any one of us having to cook, we had a special guest come in today. Mr. Damon is going to talk to us about his company, Mae Day BBQ, which we all had the opportunity to try some wings. I created some salt and vinegar chips backstage, being able to just taste the many different flavors and the possibilities. Delicious. And he's actually going to be gifting us, or actually did gift us, a set, because he knows about our dinners and our kind of our supper clubs here after the show, to be able to try out and create some of our own recipes. Yes. So welcome to the stage, Damon with Mae Day BBQ.
Yes. How you doing, Damon? Thank you so much for coming out with us.
Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I salute you guys for the work that you all are doing and the positive vibration, the energy you are sending out there. Peace out. Big ups to BE Nation out there. Damon Burton with Mae Day BBQ. Okay. Really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me and having me as your guest.
Absolutely. So one of the big things that kind of drew our attention, just food in general, is just talking about the barbecue sauce. So while we were backstage, we tried the wings.
Yep.
I've already located what my favorite sauce is. How about for y'all?
All of them.
I really like the Caribbean one. What was it called? The Caribbean
Flame.
Caribbean Flame.
No. I like the original.
The sweet original.
Yeah.
Ella Mae's sweet original. Okay.
Ella Mae's sweet original.
That's it.
Can't mess up a classic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Respect, DJ.
Yes.
Respect.
Yes.
No doubt.
It's delicious. The Caribbean Flame. The thing that I liked about it, Damon, is it had this sweet flavor at the beginning, but the kick of the actual jerk. It tasted like real Jamaican. Everything going to be alright down there, jerky chicken.
That's it. You got your accent, my man. Keith, I'm telling you, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go again.
Yes. So all sauces are made in-house, correct?
So all sauces are made here in the United States, and they celebrate a couple of different things. One, they celebrate family recipes. So these are family recipes, either on my wife's side or my side. So we formed a partnership and created Mae Day. Number two, they have to have health properties. If it doesn't help the human body at a cellular level get healthy and get right, then we don't do it. So it has to taste delicious, and as well as have health properties and help the human body repair itself.
Okay.
Nice.
Delicious and nutritious.
Right. So not only is it delicious, but it's actually good for you. Because a lot of natural. I heard you say that it can be found in stores like Whole Foods and stuff. So I know there's certain criteria to get your product in a store like that.
So quick story. So when we first approached Whole Foods, they were really wild. When I say they're buyers. We were probably in a room of about maybe 150 to 200 different vendors. And we actually had a line of buyers waiting to try our sauce. We made it with the chicken wings, hence you guys tried it today with the chicken wings, right?
Right.
They had a very similar reaction. You all have something. Unfortunately, at the time, we were very ignorant to food science, so we didn't understand ingredient decks. So we made our sauce based off of, some stuff you can buy off the shelf and kind of doctor it up. And they said, look, this will never work with our clientele because we have a non-allowable ingredient list, and a lot of those ingredients are on your current label.
Wow.
That forced us, Keisha, to go back and do research and try to understand what is all this chemical stuff that we just take for granted, right? So things like sodium benzoate, or high fructose
Seen
corn
that
syrup,
stuff.
right?
Seen that
Yellow
stuff.
5,
Yep.
Red 6. What is all this stuff? And so when we begin to do research, we feel like this has no nutritional value. It doesn't help the body in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't enhance taste, so why is it there? It's to cheapen production. So what we decided to do in honor of Ella Mae, who happens to be my wife's mother, who died of cancer, we felt like the only way to do her recipe justice was to make it authentic. And to make it authentic means it had to have real ingredients. It had to be all natural. And we had to be part of the solution of helping people get healthy as opposed to being part of the problem, which big corporations do with these high mass, high produce, high processed.
Mass
Mass
production.
production.
Correct.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's how we actually got into the food business. But the real, I think, impetus was to show our boys at the time, you know, they were, 4 and 7 at the time, that look, you can be black and you can compete and you can be excellent. And so Whole Foods gave us the lift, the motivation, and the validation that what we believe is right. I mean, there's a demand for it, right? So we purposed and set out to go ahead and produce these sauces. There are 4 flavors. So DJ's filling the sweet original. That's Ella Mae's original sauce.
Classic, man. You can't beat a classic.
Yeah. I mean, look, I can't dispute with that, right?
Right.
But Ella Mae made that about 60 years ago, and she was married to a butcher, so they were a house that understood meat, and so she understood sauce, so it's a great partnership.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I married the daughter, met her on a blind date, where she actually cooked for me. Game over, right? It wasn't even a fair fight.
Take notes.
Ladies, take
Wait,
It wasn't a fair fight, ladies.
everybody-
Look at every camera.
It
Ladies,
really wasn't a
take
fair
notes.
fight.
Don't have women that can cook. You're a liar.
The game was strong.
All of you.
Yeah. You see that?
Game
You
was
cook, you
strong.
cook the right meal, you'll get a husband.
Yeah, it
You see
still
that?
works.
A blind date to how long
barbecue
you guys been
sauce.
married?
Yeah, how long you guys been married?
We've been married now 18 years.
Woo!
Man, that must have been some good ass chicken. Damn. See?
Real talk.
You see?
You tried it. You
I
know
did.
what it is.
I did
I
try
did.
the sauce.
Hey, what a
Yeah.
great Valentine's Day gift, guys.
How about it?
Huh?
Right.
How about it?
Yeah.
While y'all out there trying to twerk, you better get in that kitchen and whip
Get in
something up.
Make it work.
Ain't
Better
lying.
make it work. Ha ha.
Yeah.
That's it. Labor Day's coming up as well, so don't forget about that.
That's true.
Okay.
So tell us what kind of flavors we have here.
So we got 4 unique flavors, and so we've got Ella
Go ahead
Mae's
and pass
Sweet
one of
Original.
those
Yeah,
down.
pass
What we
those down
got?
so
What
we
we
can
got?
Now, pardon the bottle being somewhat empty, but we
Yeah,
use
we
this
killed
bottle today.
that.
This is the
Yeah.
Sweet Original right
Yeah.
here.
This is the
That's
sweet
where it all
original.
That's the
started.
one the DJ likes,
Let's
right?
get that
That's where it all
right.
started right there.
On every camera. Okay,
And it
that's the
says
sweet.
no high fructose corn
No
syrup.
high fructose corn syrup.
Yes.
Nothing you cannot pronounce. Right? No MSG, no soy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
All the cameras get out.
Very clean.
All right. What
The
else?
second flavor is the Caribbean Flame. So we had people
that's
who love.
my favorite. Yeah, that's the one I like.
This is it
Yeah.
right here, y'all.
Ooh,
This is
same.
the
Still
Caribbean.
no
That's it.
high
Everybody.
fructose corn
Yes.
syrup.
And then look,
Yeah,
Keith,
right
turn it
here.
on the
It's got
back so they can
turkey
see.
on
They
the
can see Ella Mae's
side.
picture on the
We
back.
got the gluten free.
Oh, okay, so that's Miss Ella
That's Miss
Mae.
Ella Mae.
That's Ella Mae right there, okay?
That's it.
Y'all don't
Love
forget
in the
about that.
bottle.
Let me get it on every camera for you, Ben. That's Miss
Queen.
Ella
Yeah,
Mae.
that's it.
I
That's
am
You know what I'm
looking
saying?
at these the ingredients, and like I can pronounce and say everything.
No
on
dictionary needed. All right?
Exactly.
There's no dictionary needed. That's the key. If you have to question what it is and you can't be bought off the shelf in the grocery store, hey, it's best you probably put it back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So everything that we do is all natural. It's recognizable. This is our raw honey mustard right here. That's our
Raw honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
We got too full, so we were unable to make it to this one, but he is leaving
There's
us
a part
set.
2 coming back.
Yes, definitely, because what we will be doing for everyone
Yes.
is we will go as far as to whenever Keisha decides to whip us up one of her famous meals, we will make sure to tag Mae Day.
Yes.
We will
That's
make sure
right.
that all credibility goes to the flavor that you will see us devour.
That's what's
We're
up.
gonna tell y'all
sure.
what we made that
Salute.
day.
Salute.
And we
And
will
see,
definitely.
And this is what you want to have anyway, because that's the importance of our food now. It's like you said, not having words on there that look like algebra.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Correct.
you can actually like this is how grandma cooked.
That's
You
how
go
I
out
cook.
straight out from the backyard in the garden. Give me this, and this out the fridge, and we make a meal.
That's what it is.
That's how it should be.
And she was a griller too. She had mad skills off the grill.
Wow.
I'm talking about the 55 barrel drum type grill.
Oh.
Yeah, she would get down like that.
the real grill.
Real grill.
Like ain't no little barbecue.
No, no. She made me
Which one is
business.
this?
And what flavor is this
Apple
one?
That's the apple cider vinegar right
Talk
there.
about that.
Now that's what I put on the
Apple
potato
cider.
chips.
Right here.
Apple cider vinegar on the potato chips. So some of y'all already everybody likes salt and vinegar.
There it
So
is.
there you go. You can just throw it on
There it is.
Now I can attest to this. This one was really, really light. So you would get the vinegar flavor without it being like overpowering. Like some of y'all might have done the apple cider vinegar diet. So you've been taking the shots. I've tried it. It's a horrible experience.
Yeah.
But I held in there as long as I could.
Right.
It's a difficult diet to do.
Yeah,
Right.
the apple cider vinegar shots and all of that. But this is light and it's flavorful. So it actually has seasonings in it.
Correct.
Along with that, and so you said you can use it for marinade.
Yeah, so with apple cider vinegar, think about it like this. You can splash it on French fries. It's a flavor agent.
Yeah, like
Collard
fries.
greens, turnip greens,
Collard greens. I put vinegar on
salads,
some cabbage maybe.
You can marinate
Cucumber
meat in there.
salad.
Cucumber salad is perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
Tenderize any meat in there if you want to do that. People,
A meat tenderizer.
Oh, it's an excellent meat tenderizer. In fact, typical barbecue champs would take apple cider vinegar or apple juice and they'll tenderize their meat in that.
Well, so Thanksgiving's coming up, so could you use it for a brine?
You could. In fact, it's a perfect brine, actually. It's a perfect
So you
brine.
mean to tell me?
Uh-oh, now we got Keith in there. He said, well, you
know,
said
right?
turkey. You said I could brine it.
Because let me tell you something now.
Apple cider vinegar.
Don't let the small frame fool you. I can cook a whole Thanksgiving dinner now.
We gonna let him try.
I eat, bruh.
Right.
And if you're
You
telling me
said.
that I can brine, because I'm telling you, I done did some things with Cajun turkeys. I've
Right.
made some maple glazed turkeys. I've had all kind of turkey in the game, sir.
Right.
I can dry rub my turkey
You
with
can
this.
dry rub.
Oh, and you have a dry rub.
We have dry
also.
rubs,
Yep.
right? We got dry rubs.
Right.
But when it comes to the vinegar, what I'm saying is you can brine your meat with that
In the sauce.
in the sauce, and you can cook it and then top it with one of the thicker sauces, so you can actually complement them, right? Because this has more of an acidic apple cider vinegar taste. It can be very thin and very light, but then you can top it with one of those flavors you really enjoy. Then you get the topical flavor plus it in the meat through the vinegar. Heavenly experience.
Now, can you break that down? Spice rub.
Yeah.
The spice rub?
So the
Some
spice-
people think that might be just
Like a
sprinkle on
seasoning,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. The spice rubs, right? So really, this is kind of a dry version of the sauces you all just saw, right? So think about the dry rubs as being a replacement for the sauce.
Okay.
The way you would use a dry rub is you actually not sprinkle it, but you would rub it. Pardon me.
Yeah.
You would actually rub it in your meat. So if you've got like chicken or steak or you've
Or
got
turkey.
pork or ribs,
Back to the turkey.
yep. You want to use this and rub it into the skin of the meat, and then let it sit for a little while so it begins to melt into the actual meat.
Now, some of y'all nasty.
Really good.
This is not what you're gonna use on Valentine's Day.
No.
That's up
Got
to
the
you.
sauce for that.
Oh,
Right.
that's a different.
Don't
I
be
knew
trying to
it
use
was
those spice
coming.
rubs.
I knew
People
it
get
was-
rashes.
Every time,
Stuff
Keisha.
like that.
Every time.
I know some of y'all
Takes
nasty
this
people.
turn.
Every
You ain't
time.
never
Yeah.
put no barbecue sauce on your woman?
He digresses. So,
What were the flavors of dry rub?
Man, you know.
so the flavors of the dry rubs are sweet grandeur. I'm gonna pass
Okay.
this down. Has a white
Sweet
back,
grandeur.
and then you've
Okay.
got summer sizzle with a
Look
dark
at
back.
that.
Oh, wait a minute, that feels a little tough. Now, is that
Now.
got some maple in there?
So here's the thing, right? So when
Some
you
brown
actually
sugar?
feel this, it's got brown sugar in it. We don't use anti-caking ingredients. All right, so anti-caking ingredients, that's a chemical, so this is free flowing.
And
But-
you can even find that even like if you have a mixed spice in your cabinet,
Right.
they have anti-caking
Anti-caking
ingredients in there. I've seen that.
We are committed to going all natural. So we just tell you, just need to package a little bit. All right, but when you take it out, put it on your meat, start rubbing it in, it'll start breaking up, getting into the actual meat. That's the spicy version. That's kind of like the Caribbean flame version right there.
I like your logo. Look at that logo, y'all.
Yeah,
Isn't that dope?
And let me ask you something that's important about branding.
That logo's fire.
Your logos. You know what I'm saying?
Brown
Like
hands, brown sauce.
So when we came out, right? So
Yeah.
that logo, we did everything in house. I mean, we started from scratch, knowing nothing, guys. Right? From producing the product to researching it to getting it approved through the Georgia Food and Science Program to finding a co-packer, a labeler, the whole nine.
Right.
So what we're doing now is because of the view, we're looking at now. So now that we've gone nationwide, one of these big brands will have, let's say, Stubbs or Aunt Jemima or Rufus Teague back into the sauce space. They'll have this figure. Oftentimes it's a fictional figure, and they'll kind of create a story around it. When I say Ella Mae, that's a real person in our family, right? Who really created the sauce. So the label that you see now, as a result of the view, we're going to probably now put that picture on the back of the bottle of Miss Ella Mae now on the front moving forward. just so we can brand Mae Day. People understand, oh, when they say Mae Day, this is who they're talking about, Ella Mae. They can associate it. But everything's been very organic, right? We've been kind of leveling up over time as we gain more understanding and wisdom. We keep evolving. But the product itself still speaks for itself. I don't care what that package looks like.
The package may change, but not the ingredients.
Now, how long will something like this last? So it's packaged. Obviously, it's not.
Right.
It comes vacuum sealed, but then once you open it, right?
Yeah.
How long you got?
So typically we tell people 18 months. I mean,
What?
Wow.
18 months, right? Because it's all natural brown sugar. It's not really going to rot. But hey, we just say 18 months for the best fresh experience. Same thing for the sauces.
18 months for the sauce.
18 months for the sauces. The way they're made and created, very shelf stable, and they have a long life. Now the question is, once you open the bottle, will it last that long? Will it last that long? If it lasts that long, there's a problem in my mind, because once you taste it, you should be going back for second, third, fourth.
I'm like, how is that
Wow.
just sitting in your
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, I
so-
can put this on everything. Like, I feel like there's not too much. I wouldn't put the Caribbean flame on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Even
I
if
feel
the
like
DJ
that's
might end up
everyday.
on her. No.
Nah.
Not me. I'm not her.
not her.
Whoever she is for
Problem.
him.
Not you, but on her. Like,
And it's healthy.
but
Whoever she may be.
And
Right.
it's healthy.
And it's healthy.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's healthy.
Yeah, you're right, boy. Change your
Hey,
life.
we call it love in a bottle for a reason.
That's right.
Ah.
That's our tagline.
Come on
There
now.
you go.
Some people got married off this stuff.
18 years.
How about it? True
18
story.
years and it lasts for 18
True
months.
story.
So
True
you
story.
got options.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
just trying to help couples out here, y'all. That's all I'm trying
It's
to
all
do.
about black love. Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Now tell us, where can we find this again, please?
So,
No?
yep. So we've got obviously online through our website, www.maeday.bbq.com. You can go there. We also have a special code if you actually order online. You just put in thank you, the number 10. So for the BE Nation, you guys will get discount 10% off your order as a thank you.
All right.
If you want to go out locally to retail stores, right?
10%.
Kroger and Whole Foods. Typically,
Okay.
those are the two biggest box stores that carry us.
Okay.
Nice.
Very,
And that's
very nice.
www.maedaybq.com. All right?
Bingo, DJ.
MayDayBBQ.com.
That's what we talk about.
Now, I noticed that you said that you've lost some weight and stuff, and that you're getting more healthy. Is this because of the sauce?
It's not because of the sauce. It's really more so. It's
gotta be the sauce. Sauce it up.
Yeah, right. So it's not because of the sauce. It's really more so about. Honestly, I came back from a family funeral and saw some of the condition of my family, even myself, and said, hey, look, we gotta do better, because I don't want that to be me 10, 15 years down the road when my boys have to figure, okay, dad's bedridden or something like that. So it's really all about making smart choices. So granted, the sauces have health properties in them, but still, you can have too much of a good thing too.
Too much of anything.
Yeah.
Right. My
Definitely.
father always told me moderation is the key to life. So
Yes,
for me,
it is.
I had to learn, because I'm staying at home working now, everything blurs. So now you can eat at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, not think about it, go to bed on a full stomach, you wake up, and then you're sluggish,
Yeah.
and you're not realizing the impact. So for me, I think it was a matter of, look, let's get some discipline, let's get some order in my life. Let's eat light, let's eat healthy, let's get on our A game, start focusing on goals, and let's start knocking things out week to week. And so we did that really, for me personally, but more importantly, I have an uncle that was kind of going through a health situation, and he needed to make some changes. And I said, look, as your family, I'm going to do the work with you.
Okay.
And then other people in our family said, you know what, we're going to join them.
Nice.
So as a result, we said, look, okay, we're not afraid to work out. We're not afraid to change our eating habits, right? So for this week, it's pescatarian. We don't do any meat this week. Next week, we probably won't do that as well, but we'll start working out on top of that. Then the third week, we'll still do the first 2 weeks, which means not eating meat, not eating after 8 o'clock, not eating dairy. We'll also continue to work out, but then we'll add the spiritual component. So at the end of 21 days, the hope is we would reset some thoughts, some habits, and patterns, so we can start creating a new reality.
Okay.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yes, sir. And that's important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Now, we did have a clip from him on The View, correct? 'Cause
Yeah.
he was on The View. This is actually him on The
Showing
View
facts.
speaking
let's go for
about
it.
Mae Day's BBQ. Can we get that clip pulled up, Miss Williams?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey, let's watch this together. BESquad family.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Hey.
Let's do it.
Let's pull it on up, you guys. This is Mae Day Sausage.
Hey barbecue fans, if you love barbecue as much as I do, then I have the perfect foodie item. My name is Damon Burton, and my wife and I own Mae Day Gourmet Sauces and Rubs. We create the perfect sauces for any meal. I'm talking chicken, beef, turkey, pork, seafood, and veggies. All products are free of corn syrup, and best of all, we're offering 50% off today's purchase of the view. Thanks for supporting small business, and enjoy Mae Day.
And I'm sure business is taking off after that, right?
So
sure.
I tell you, yeah.
It's all you have to do is taste it, y'all. Like I can tell you, if you just go and just buy a bottle and just taste it, the band is not lying. You can tell.
Right.
Ellen Mae was in the kitchen. Like she was back there like, Ellen, can we get some more sauce?
Yeah.
She was back there, folks.
It's not overseasoned.
Whipping it. Look at the wrist. All of that.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I think she's got you. She's got you.
And with you talking about the view, like tell us about that experience. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are just wondering, like, how did you even know about the project to get on to the show? Like,
hey, my wife.
Oh,
got to give my wife mad love.
That partnership.
That partnership is everything. She watches The View. I don't. And she said, you know what? I'm seeing all this exposure for small businesses. Why not us? So you have to believe. And she did. And she had submitted before and didn't get a response, or they came back and said no. But she still believed. Why not us? And she went. And this time we had an immediate response. And so they were so eager to work with us. It could have been because of what's happening right now socially. But it really doesn't matter because we felt like once we had our opportunity and people actually tasted this stuff, we would create instant fans. And there are a lot of instant fans.
Happen. Yeah,
and
it's real.
people
You'll slap someone over this sauce. I'm just gonna tell you, if you got 2 wings left, somebody walk up, they will get hit.
Yes. We found fans as far west as California, Idaho, Colorado, the Dakotas. I mean, places where you wouldn't even think people think about barbecue.
Yeah.
Just from being on The View.
Showing love and support.
Wow.
It was critical.
Awesome.
It was critical to open up doors, no doubt.
Yes.
And can I ask you one question before we go? Can you just explain what's the importance of entrepreneurship, especially for the Black community and just for the young kids in the world today? Because that's the one thing that it's sometimes we don't pay attention to when we have abilities like this, when you can cook. And we always, look at people we've known since we were kids. Grandma can cook.
Absolutely.
Pops can cook. People like the importance of you actually bringing up or coming into your own and having your own, business, but in a healthy way. Like you can open a whole nother lane because right now in these stores, it's like you said, it's expensive. But when we have those people that in our neighborhood that can cook, I mean, it don't take nothing for grandma. Mama may go down the street to get a hot plate, put it together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like you said, you come on with the last time you ever had healthy barbecue sauce. Right. Black people barbecue, not that kind with the ain't got nothing.
This is authentic, right? This is not mass produced. But to your point, I think entrepreneurship is everything. I think, this is my personal belief. So let me just kind of share this. So I believe that God created opportunity. Everything in this life, He's created provision for you and I to take care of our lives and our responsibilities. Man created job. Job is limited. Opportunities are unlimited. You're here for a reason. You're here for a reason, Keisha. You're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Everybody has a purpose. It is our job to find that purpose, right? Because that's your God-given talent and assignment. And when you get in that lane, you're going to flourish. To not do so is to rob yourself and the world of what God intended. And you only do that through entrepreneurship. And there's an evolutionary process you have to go. You have to level up, right? So you have to study and observe. You have to read. You have to try things. You will fail. That's okay. It's all part of the process to becoming a success. It doesn't happen overnight for everybody, but it's been ordained because you're here for a reason. You just have to get in lockstep with that purpose, in my humble opinion.
So one of the things that I think that you're kind of touching on, and I don't know if DJ was alluding to when he's talking about entrepreneurship, but the financing and the funding that it takes to create a project like that. I know that finance and creating, your financial wealth is something that's really close to your heart. Why don't you give us a little bit of insight there?
So look, finances are important, right? We've got to have it in order to live daily and, of course, maximize our dreams. So I think one of the things we have to do is understand the relationship that we have with money. You know, depending on what you believe, you can find in scriptures where man cannot serve two gods. You can't serve God and mammon. Mammon translation, money.
Right.
You know, evil comes out of the love of money. So money cannot be your master. I happen to believe in this day and time, money is the master of many politicians, many business people. So you now get morally corrupt people in these leadership positions that go astray.
Right.
Well, when it comes to finance, I think we have to understand, okay, if we're supposed to be the masters of money, how do I know I'm a good steward of money, right? And so I would recommend for everybody, no matter where you are, go back and look at, you know, Dave Ramsey's book, right? We talked about the 7 baby steps to being financially independent, being financially free. We should all aspire to be financially independent. Well, what does that really mean? That means you control your time and you have the finances that allow you to follow your passion, your dream, your purpose, your goal. Right now, people actually trade time and talent for dollars.
Yeah.
Because
That's your currency.
right,
Okay.
that's the currency, right? So you trade that to a corporation, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but understand that the goal should be to be free of that, to where you have complete control of both your financial well-being as well as your time and talent.
Okay.
Facts.
So how do we get there?
You. I'm with it.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
So how do we get there? So Dave Ramsey, in his book, talks about 7 baby steps, and the first thing is pay yourself first. Most people are concerned
And
with
then
paying
pay
bills.
after. Yeah. Yeah.
But pay yourself first. The first step is basically save $1,000. Why? To know that you have an emergency fund in case, because life will happen. You got you. $1,000 should be your goal. Once you get to that point, the second step would be create a snowball effect to get rid of debt. Why? Because debt is financial bondage. It is a new form of slavery.
Right.
So, what you want to do is start with non-mortgage debt, so credit card debt, right? Car notes, personal loans, student loans, and you take the smallest debt first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the smallest, regardless of the interest rate, the smallest balance, pay it off first. So let's say as an example, you had a credit card and you had a balance of $300 and you've been paying $50 a month. Once you pay that credit card off, take that $50 and add it to the next smallest debt, or next largest debt.
Okay.
Until you get down to where you have no debt outside of a mortgage, right? Once you get to that point, now you say, okay, now let me get a contingency fund and get 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved up. That's rent, that's food, that's gas, that's incidentals, right? So if your budget you're living on, let's just say $2,500 a month, that's what it costs you to live, then you say, okay, I want at least 3 times that, which is $7,500, or 6 times that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Which is, I think, what, 15. So once you get that done, then the fourth step is, and we can go on and on, but you all kind of see the progression.
Yes.
The fourth step is invest in your retirement, 15% of your gross. Right? Why? Because you have to start planning for the future.
Right.
Because the future will be here one day. You don't want to get there and not have you covered.
Yeah.
Right. Which still goes back to the first step, paying yourself first.
Right.
Fifth thing, they have
So
children
now
plan for
current
college.
you, then future you. Okay, got it.
Sixth thing is going to be paying off debt. Seventh thing is now building wealth and giving back. But it's a simple plan for everyone to follow, no matter where you are, to kind of get there. And I think it's called the Money Makeover, Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. But I think that's the first thing we should do. The second thing I would say is also understand the difference between money and currency.
Okay.
All right, so there's 2 different things, right? So currency is government issued fiat paper, or it's printed
Actual
money.
Cash money.
Yeah,
Cash
so-
money, cash in hand, which due to COVID no one should be using
Correct.
right now.
So it has no intrinsic value by itself. It's just backed by the full base. Right. But
Just a note.
this is no.
Just a note.
And everyone just reaching into their pockets.
Right.
Just a note.
That's all it is.
Pulling out
That's
it, Keith.
fabric.
I get back into
That's
that later
it.
on that.
Let him hold it right quick.
Just a note. Actually, I need this note.
Still need that, Keith. Keep it in your pocket.
Let me read it. Let me just hold it right
Hold
quick.
that, Keith.
I'm gonna give it
Yeah.
back. I'm gonna give it back.
Now what that
What
is,
is this?
that's
This
real
is
money.
$1.
What's
That's
that?
a
Big
silver.
giant.
Real. Yeah.
That is a
giant-
silver bullion.
But this is right. This is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that they didn't
No,
back
that's-
it because it's silver.
Yeah, it's
So
silver.
it doesn't matter what happens in the world.
Compared to the
Anywhere in the
dollar.
world, this
Yeah,
is still
they recognize
silver.
valuable.
It's a real
It's
mineral
valuable,
from
yeah.
Earth.
So that's precious metal. Precious
It
metal,
is.
gold,
Metal,
silver,
mhm.
right?
Plutonium.
That's right.
Yeah, my family has
Platinum.
gold and silver. They got
So-
some gold ones too.
Correct.
$1,800 new dollar.
Right.
Yeah.
So the deal. So here's the deal. So what the world prints, where they can regulate the economy, supply and demand, is this. Right. But back in 1971, the United States went off the gold standard, which means now the money that they printed was no longer backed by precious metals. Which means they can print as much of this as they want.
Because it's not
No longer
tied
backed
to
by
anything.
assets.
Go back to anything. After they took everyone's gold, they gave it away and realized, so once China wants that gold, we're screwed.
So just understand, while we need this, right? We understand the relationship. Don't let paper with no intrinsic value rule you. Study the 7 principles and master it. But it's also not a bad idea to start understanding if banks are buying silver bullion, if Warren Buffett is buying silver bullion, if Trump has a silver mine. It might be a pretty good idea to kind of understand, well, what is this silver and gold stuff all about? Why are they buying it?
Yeah.
Because if this were to crash, they know
They'll still be rich.
I still got it.
That's right.
Something tangible. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes. Very true.
So I don't know if that's where you wanted to go, but you know, at the end of the day,
Oh no, we good with that.
No, I was say that'll work for me.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
listen,
So there's any new sauces or anything coming out? You got up to sleep?
so as a matter of fact, we're in the lab right now. We're going to create a brand new sauce. I'll kind of give you guys a tease.
Okay.
It's not going to be a barbecue sauce, but again, what I really would like to do is see the Mae Day brand expand beyond just sauces, beyond just rubs. But
Beyond
this particular
barbecue.
sauce,
Yeah, got it. Okay.
But with this particular sauce, it's looking more like a remoulade, right? So think about fried green tomatoes. You had that nice little spicy remoulade on there.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make it versatile, where a person who loves chicken wings would be just as apt to put it on chicken wings. Or let's say if you like buffalo cauliflower, you use it on buffalo cauliflower.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we want to kind of create something a little bit different. So
That's crazy.
oh, it's nice too. It's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, I tell you.
It's really good.
Yeah. When I get, in fact, when I get that perfected, you know, I'll bring it down here for the B Nation or the B Squad to try
That's
it out.
right. BESquad will try it out now.
Yeah,
We
will
B
try it
Squad
out.
Yes.
We love food.
But
Throw it on some fish.
I guess definitely again. Can you tell us just one more time your website, how to follow
Yes, sir.
you,
Yes.
where to get your sauces? One more time.
Yep.
Let the people know what's up.
So BE Nation, definitely come check out our website, www.MaeDayBBQ.com. I don't know if y'all can see this postcard I have, but please hold that up.
Yeah. And we'll have that.
As far as on
we have that
Facebook.
information down there.
Yep.
for them, too. Yeah.
Facebook, you guys can find us under Mae Day Gourmet Sauces and Rubs. On IG, Mae Day BBQ, you can find us. But definitely give us a shout out. Telling some big things here. It's all about uplifting the family. It's all about building wealth and a legacy and doing it the right way.
That's
Yes.
right.
Well, this has been another episode of the BESquad Backstage.
Yes.
I'm your host, Keith Vance.
Whoa. Dude, just like you do me.
One of the hosts.
Messing up. Yep.
One of the
Backstage. I am your host.
BESquad Backstage.
Whoa, D, why you keep saying I am your host? I'm sorry.
Take 6.
Yes, back at
That's
you,
what we
big
did.
guy.
I am also a host
Yes.
of BESquad Backstage,
Wow. Yes.
Keisha Williams.
And I am also a host, DJ Mifflin, and
We
we are the B Squad. I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank
We'll
you
see
so
y'all
much
next
for
time.
coming.
Hey,
Yes.
thanks again.
Big up.
Mae Day BBQ.
All right, y'all stay
Right.
tuned. B Squad's in the building. Say B Squad.
BESquad.
Say it loud.
BESquad.